Okay, so this brings us, I guess, to the end of the formal part of the workshop. I hope you've enjoyed it. We're going to kick out a short survey, sort of questionnaire, over the next couple of weeks to get feedback on the workshop. So look for that. You should have all received an email from Tammy with the attendee contact info for those of you that didn't vote yourself off the island. And that should be in your inbox. If not, if for whatever reason we have your email wrong or you didn't get it, send me an email and we'll get it out to you. So I just want to reiterate some of the things I talked about in my opening yesterday that I think is pretty impressive and just worth pondering for a moment. Hopefully, over the last day and a half, you've felt the energy and enthusiasm behind RISC-V. It's really pretty impressive what you guys are doing in the community with the technology. I think, if you remember, I mentioned that amongst the attendee registration, we had 63 different companies represented and 42 universities, obviously from around the world. That's extremely impressive given, sort of the short year and a half from the first workshop and barely 2 years since the original release of the first spec. So that in and of itself is pretty cool. We had 16 member companies signed up to our term sheet process as of January at the third workshop that we hosted at Oracle's facility at Redwood Shores. And I had a lofty goal to get to 25 by this workshop, and we have 41 member companies. So those are the official, if you will, founding members of the organization, and we'll have meetings tomorrow with those individual member companies, which will be the beginnings of setting forward the governance model for the technical committee and task groups that we have under that, and the marketing committee and subsequent subordinate task groups under that. By the way, for those who are attending the member meetings tomorrow, I'll have another email update. We'll be here back in this facility. We're still deciding on which couple of rooms we'll use, but I'll have an email update for you later this afternoon, so look for that. As I said earlier, we thank you very much to the folks at MIT for hosting us last couple of days. In particular, Kurt and Arvin and Andy helped us pull this off, and there's some other folks behind the scenes. Leanne was very helpful that you never got to meet. So we really appreciate that. I hope you enjoyed the food from Sebastian's. They're a company that's just over on Main Street that did the catering. And super special thanks to our good friends at Google, because that was a lot of fun last night over on their facility for the poster session. Good eats and a few beers if you may have had some. And of course, Google is hosting our fifth workshop at their Mountain View campus at the end of November, right? So mark those dates, the 29th and 30th of November. And we'll have call for papers and registration details out probably mid-August, late August to get ready for that. So, does anybody have something they'd like to share before we wrap this up, or do you just want to have lunch? When will the slides be online? So the late stragglers after the break missed that update. No offense. Unfortunately, the USB sticks with all the slides, they're still somewhere in Connecticut. I don't know what the hell happened there, but so we'll get the slides up together with the post-processing of the video of all the presentations towards the end of next week or early the following week. There's some work to do with all the different camera feeds and audio processing to make good productions of the video, and we'll get that up, and there'll be an email kicked out saying that all the proceedings are available online and they're available for download.
Is there a form set up on the RISC-V Foundation website for people to spend money to become a member?
Yeah, so one of the first things that we'll be doing, the board of directors will be doing as we've closed off this founding member period. There's some of the companies that signed up, if you will, late for that. Part of the benefit of being part of the founding group is to help review the language going into the membership agreement and bylaws. We've had 7 rounds of review already. That's been a personal project of mine to talk to every lawyer on the planet. From all of these companies, and it's been fun. So I guess the short answer is, once those agreements are ratified, which we expect to happen here within the next 2 to 4 weeks, those will be published onto the website, and then we'll be accepting, official members under those agreements at that time, under the same absolute same membership structure of platinum, gold, silver, and auditor. Any other questions? Thank you all very much. Time for lunch.